Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing great. Okay, good to have you back today. Today is Tuesday, and we're supposed to have maths and social studies, but we won't be having social studies today because, as I said last week, we are done with social studies, so we're supposed to be doing review. Since we still have a few more works to complete in maths, we'll be using the period for social studies to kind of catch up on those math work, so that next week we can go fully into revision and prepare for the exam that are coming up in 2 weeks' time. So today we're going to introduce a new topic. It's still about graphs, how to organize data. It's still the same thing. You look at the pictures just like we did in pictographs. You look at the display of data and you count and write. So today we're going to go into what is called a concrete graph. The concrete graph is kind of different from a pictograph because instead of you seeing a display of pictures on the graph, you see a display of blocks whereby each blocks represent one number. And on those blocks, you can see that you can find them colored to show you the numbers of objects that the graph is displaying. For example, like we have in the pictograph where you have, for example, 6 cats, okay? And then you see on the graph, you have a 6 cats drawn like the face of a cat drawn into 6 places. Now, what you're going to see in a concrete graph is not pictures, but you're going to see bars. And each bars represent one, the number one. So instead of seeing a display of 6 cats on your graph, you're going to see 6 bars. And those 6 bars has to be colored to show you that we're talking about 6 cats. I don't know if you understand. For example, we have books. We want to arrange books on a pictograph and on a concrete graph. Now, on a pictograph, you're going to draw the books. For example, I'm saying 4 books. Lizea has 4 books. So, Lizea, you have to draw 4 books under Lizea's name. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 books standing on top of Lizea's name. But on the concrete graph, you don't use pictures. You use what we call bars. Okay, and you can just say it's kind of a rectangle bar, and on those bars you have to color them to indicate 4, because you can have more than 4 bars. It could be the bars could be up to the weight 10. But when you want to represent your data 4, you just have to color the 4 bars to identify or to indicate the number of books Lizea has. So four books for the pictograph, but you color the 4 bars on the concrete graph. So that's all about concrete graph. Now let's turn our book to page 110. Right, the date today is Tuesday, June 2, 2020. Tuesday, June 2, 2020, and the page is page 110. If you're there and you've written the date, let's quickly go into the work. Today, we're not going to do social studies. We're going to do math for both the math time and the social studies time, because we have to finish this concrete graph today and go into the last topic for this trimester on Thursday, and then we can start our review the upper week. So we're not doing social studies today, as we've already finished all the topics in social studies. So it says read and describe data presented in concrete graph and complete concrete graph to show data. So like here already we have an example of a concrete graph. So this is a concrete graph. And this concrete graph represents animals on Mr. Smith's farm. So these are the animals on Mr. Smith's farm. Now, if this were to be a pictograph, what you would see is cow being drawn all those places. But since this is a concrete graph, we represent the number of cows using the bars and making sure we color it, because you can still see there are 2 more bars that are uncolored, not colored. So it is telling us that only 3 bars represent the animals, the number of animals. And for here, you have how many bars colored? 1, 2, 3, 4. So only 4 bars represent the number of pigs on the farm. And this is the chicken or the fowl. You have how many bars colored? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 chickens are on the farm, and 5 ducks are on the farm. So you can see the difference. Not all bars are colored. You only color the number of data being represented. So for the cow, you have 3, pig 4, fowls 5, and ducks 5. And then you can take another notice. All you have five bars each on each object. Okay, so because this is only three, you don't need to draw only 3 bars here and then you stop. No, it has to be on the same line as every other data so that you can be able to differentiate when you start representing your numbers. All right, just like I said, most of these bars can go up to 10, but when you're asked to represent the numbers or the data displayed, you just color the number of data that you're given to work on. So that's it. And with this concrete graph, you're supposed to answer the question. It says there are dash cows, dash pigs, dash hens, and dash ducks. So just look here, count the bars that are colored, not the uncolored ones. The colored ones are showing you the number of each animal on the farm. So use this concrete graph to answer the questions below. And then it's still the same thing this side. You look at each bars and what they're representing. This shows how many children go to school by what way. Some children go to school using a bicycle, some go to school by bus, some go to school by car, and some by foot. So use this graph here and answer the questions below. All right, when you're done with that, we move to the next page, page 112. So on this page, you are going to be the one representing your data on the concrete graph. So it says, see what drinks the children in Mrs. Taylor's class want to have. Color to complete the graph and answer the questions. So you're going to complete the graph first, and from whatever you completed on the graph, you will answer the questions below. So you can see already the data being displayed here using tally marks. So these are the kids, the drinks the children took, and the number of children that took the drinks are under here. So the different drinks are milk, juice, hot chocolate, pop, slush, and water. Now the number of children that drank milk are 4, because you can count using the tally mark. You have 4 here. Here is 5, 1, 3, 7, and 4. So use this information here and complete the data. The concrete graph, sorry. The first one has been done for you, milk. So you have 4 children who drank milk in Mrs. Taylor's class, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Take note that they didn't color it up to the way up. You only color 1, 2, 3, 4, which is telling you here that 4 children drank milk. Now the next one is what? Juice. So you go to the juice. How many children drank juice in Mrs. Taylor's class? 5. So on top of here, you color 5 bars. And that's the same way you're going to go for each and every one of them. And then when you're done with your coloring, you answer the questions below based on your coloring. And also, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys, but we have to finish this off today. And that's the same thing for this last page. Read the instruction and represent your data on the graph. So for this last one, says, see how many combos Uncle Bill wants to order for the party. Help him color the concrete graph to show his order. So this display of orders that Uncle Bill wants to order for his party. And then you have the combo A still being represented with using tally marks. Combo A 5, 6, 7. So he's going to order 7 combo A's, 4 combo B's, 5 combo C's, and 9 combo D's. So you look at the plate properly. Combo A, combo B, combo C, and combo D. A, B, C, and D. So represent the numbers by coloring them. So this one is combo A, and he's going to order 7. So I'm going to color 7 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I will stop here. All right, so that's the same way you complete the other ones, and you use your graph to answer the question. All right, guys, if you still need me to explain more to you, don't hesitate. Send me a voice note and I'll explain more to you. Once you're done with your work, please take a picture and send it to me. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and hope to see you tomorrow. Ciao, bye.